You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats, circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold decks, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready, who ready? We ready, who ready? Who? We ready, who? Who ready? Who? We ready, who? Who ready? We ready, been ready, I waited, my turn, on God, hell steady. I keep dropping back to back, I keep going if you let me.
What's good everyone, it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be looking at the performance review of the Nike Kobe 6 Protro. Alright, so as always, starting with the traction pattern right here, starting on the outsole, you do have a translucent portion here at the forefoot and a solid rubber portion here at the heel. And how this traction pattern performs on indoor courts that are clean or dirty is amazing. It's just as I remember back in the day playing with this shoe on the OGs. This traction pattern does take some time to break in, you know, about an hour of use. You have to kind of just break in this rubber compound, but once it breaks in, boy oh boy, are these fantastic. They have a very nice squeak and just hug the floor amazing. It really doesn't matter whether it's clean or dirty. Obviously with dirty floors, you will have to wipe every so often here in the forefoot, but overall it's a very amazing traction pattern, and that's why this traction pattern is going to score basically a perfect 9.5 out of 10. The traction on the Nike Kobe 6 is superb. Sound off in the comments if you guys have tried this shoe out on court, but as far as the traction goes, I absolutely love it. Now, as far as the cushioning goes with this shoe right here, it does differ from the originals. Now, the original Kobe 6 did have more of like a Phylon foam wrapping around the heel. It had a Met Zoom airbag right here directly under your big toe, and then a very large volume Zoom airbag in the heel. Now with the Protro, what you're getting is a Cushlon foam running around the shoe right here as far as the midsole. It offers a very nice and springy feeling in the heel of the shoe, but no Zoom airbag at the back of the Kobe 6 Protro. Instead, what you're getting up front is a full-length forefoot Zoom turbo bag. It keeps you very close to the floor. It's super responsive underfoot. And once this cushion setup breaks in, honestly, I don't want to say it's better than the original, but it's very close. It's super nice, and that Cushlon wrapping around the heel is very plush underfoot. And I really enjoyed the overall cushioning setup here in the Kobe 6 Protro. Sound off in the comments if you guys have tried it. It does take a little bit of time to break in, but again, once it breaks in, it's very responsive and super close to the floor in the forefoot of the Kobe 6 Protro. And that's why this cushion setup is going to score a very nice 9 out of 10. Now, as far as the fit goes on this shoe right here, now I'm usually a size 10.5 or an 11 in all of my Nike basketball shoes. Now with the Kobe 6 Protro, these fit super snug in a size 11 for me. Now my toe is seated basically right at the end of the shoe right here, and it's also a pretty narrow fitting basketball shoe. So again, be patient. It takes about an hour or two to break in as far as these materials and just the overall fit of the Kobe 6 Protro. But I would say if you have a standard foot, go up half a size. If you have a wide foot, probably a full size. Again, I would recommend trying these on. Kobe shoes in general right now, they're not in store to try on. You either get them online, you get lucky, or you got to go the resale route. Obviously, I traded the Travis Scott trainer pair for 2 pairs of this pair right here. Overall though, as far as the fit goes, a very, very snug one-to-one fit. Give this shoe a couple hours to break in. The more you wear it, the more it forms to your foot. I really enjoyed the fit once they were broken in. The initial hour or two was a little bit painful, but as far as the fit goes, once these are broken in, it's a very form-fitting basketball shoe, basically like a second skin on foot, and that's why they're going to score a 9.5 out of 10. Here you kind of get this styrofoam like insole right here. This did debut on the Kobe 6 back in the day. Obviously Kevin Durant's line with like the 13s, 14s, and 15s did adopt this insole right here. It does form to your foot the more that you do wear it, and both insoles do say, I want a shoe that molds to my foot, and that's exactly what you get with this styrofoam like insole. So the more you wear it, the more it does form to your foot. Another thing to do with the fit, this tongue right here is gusseted from basically 3/4 all the way down, so you're going to get no movement with this tongue right here, and you do kind of have that pro combat tongue right here, so a ton of padding and perforations for breathability. Just a very snug fitting shoe. I really enjoyed my time as far as the fit goes in the Kobe 6 Protro. Starting at the back of the shoe, you do kind of have this patent leather material right here that does wrap around the heel counter right here. And then you also have this mesh material that is kind of an underlay of these scales right here that are kind of supposed to mimic the snake scales right here. And that's what you're getting as far as the materials on this upper. You also have a nice, really thin mesh tongue with those pro combat holes punched throughout. So overall, again, this material takes a lot of time to break in, a couple hours of use, and they will feel a lot nicer on foot. You also have fly wire strands running throughout this upper to offer some nice support on those hard lateral cuts. So overall, this is a very form-fitting upper on the Kobe 6 Protro. I really like it, but again, just be patient because it does take some time to break in. All things considered though, it's not a premium material, but it's more of a performance-driven material. That's what this shoe is. Over 10 years later, still one of the, if not the best performing Nike basketball shoes on the market, and that is because of this material and just the way it performs on court. Another thing I do like about this material are these little scales. These little scales right here are kind of protecting this upper from getting damaged. It is kind of like a fuse-like material running throughout this upper, and it does have a purpose. Obviously, down to the millimeters on Kobe shoes, everything had a purpose, and that includes this upper right here. So a very strong and lightweight upper in the Kobe 6 Protro, and that's why they're going to score a very nice 9.5 out of 10 as far as the materials go. As far as the weight goes on this model right here, again, this is a US size 11, and these come in at 13 ounces, pretty much even. So all things considered, this is a very lightweight basketball shoe to today's standards. Considering the shoe is over 10 years old now, I think the weight is a non-factor. As far as the support goes on this model right here, starting at the back of the shoe, you do have this external TPU heel counter, which does a fantastic job of hugging and locking your foot in at the back of this shoe right here. You also have some nice padding at the back of the Kobe 6 Protro, which just offers a great lockdown feeling underfoot. Now, moving your way forward from that, you do have this mesh material with those kind of fuse overlays, which add some strength and durability. You also have those fly wire strands running throughout this upper right here. So the more you crank those laces down and this upper wraps around your foot nice and snug, it's going to do a fantastic job of harnessing your foot in on those hard lateral cuts. You also have this Cushlon foam material that does wrap up, so your foot is seated housed within the side of this Cushlon foam right here. More or less the exact same here on the medial side. On the bottom of the shoe, you do have a very wide and stable base with this outrigger right here, which does a great job of preventing your foot from teetering over if you do land awkwardly or on someone's foot. And then you also have this glass carbon fiber shank plate right here, which offers great arch support and torsional rigidity here in the Nike Kobe 6 Protro. So again, over 10 years later, one of the most minimalist basketball shoes on the market, but it's still super supportive. As far as the way this shoe fits your foot, I really enjoyed my time playing in this basketball shoe again. So a very supportive option from Nike Basketball here with this shoe right here. And that's why they're gonna score a very solid 9.5 out of 10. So that's going to do it for today's performance review on the Nike Kobe 6 Protro. Do I think this shoe is worth the resale price? Absolutely not, at like 750 Canadian dollars. There's no way this is worth that price point. But I did trade a shoe for 2 pairs of the reverse Grinches, and I'm very happy to get the Kobe 6 Protro on court. I really enjoyed my time in them, but if you do score a pair for retail or on the resale market, just keep in mind, this shoe does need quite a bit of time to break in, you know, like 2 to 3 hours of break-in time. and then they're really going to form and mold to your foot. And I really enjoyed my time in these as far as the traction, the cushioning, the fit and support, and obviously the aesthetics of the shoe. This shoe was designed by Eric Avar, and I just think this is still to today one of the best looking Nike basketball shoes ever created. Sound off in the comments if you guys have had a chance to hoop in the Kobe 6 Protro. For me, it's a fantastic basketball shoe over 10 years later. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that definitely helps the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at Sneaker Tech Talk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.